I just graduated this May from UC Berkeley in Peace and Conflict Studies and Media Studies.
I see myself as a working artist.
I'm thinking of studying biology and Chinese.
I graduated from UC Riverside in 2013.
I am going to Boston University.
I'm going to be majoring in architecture.
I'm going to New York University.
I'm planning to study economics and maybe minor in business.
So the cost of education has grown precipitously, especially for public institutions. There's been a tremendous decline in state funding, particularly in the last decade. There have been a number of studies recently, however, that show that people with college degrees tend to do better in the job market, tend to have a better chance of becoming leaders.
College is so expensive nowadays that there are so many people who could go to college and would love to go to college, but can't because they can't afford it.
Because getting kids into college and helping them through college, particularly children who would be first generation or children of immigrants, if we could help those kids get through college, the chance for a better life is dramatically increased.
Here at the Berkeley Community Fund, we provide four-year scholarships for graduates of Berkeley High School who are going on to a four-year university, and we provide $16,000 over 4 years, and in addition to that, we provide mentoring support.
Many more people are graduating from college with significant debt. In some ways, it reduces the options available to graduates in terms of what they choose to do with their lives after they graduate from university.
The money that we give them, it comes with no strings attached. It's basically money that can offset any expenses that they have related to college.
Every semester, I was given a $2,000 check.
I use the Berkeley Community Fund money differently every year.
For my books, for my tuition, for anything that I pretty much needed to pay off.
One of the years I used the money to study abroad, which was, one of the best experiences I had in college.
So our money allows them to really focus on school, and particularly when they're freshmen.
Reducing loans a little bit and paying tuition balance or little things that you need for school, it really helped a lot.
I think almost to a person, our scholars are people who have had to overcome a great deal.
I mean, my mother is 1 out of 17 children, so finding money was very tight.
I come from a family that didn't go to college. My dad went into middle school, I think, same as my mom.
There are many, many things that these kids deal with as high school students that a lot of other students don't have to deal with.
My dad was a gang affiliate, so while we were moving around, they were trying to find us because my dad was actually on the run.
And I haven't seen my dad in 7 years. And my oldest brother is schizophrenic, and my second oldest brother is bipolar.
I think the nice thing about the program is that it gives someone an ability to imagine a different life.
What we're looking for are students who do well in school. We are also looking for students who have shown some kind of leadership potential during high school.
After school, I actually worked 3 jobs, sophomore, junior, senior year. And I did community service, and I took care of my siblings. I managed to do all of it.
And all of them are students who have had some difficulty that they've had to overcome during their 4 years of high school. So in our kind of shorthand, they've shown resilience.
Because I didn't really have any support in my family or home at all whatsoever. And so I just decided that if I stick to school, then I'll get what I want, and it's kind of been happening. And the more I do well in school, the more happy I am.
I was part of the Berkeley High Summer Bridge program. They were just sign up for all these scholarships, do the Berkeley Community Fund.
I just think the sky's the limit if you just really believe in what you're doing and push yourself and are persistent and consistent.
So this person serves as a counselor, a friend, a person just to be there to lend an ear when they are experiencing some issues as they go through college.
Well, my son Morris received a mentor 5 years ago through Berkeley Community Fund. And since he's finishing, I thought, why not do the same for another child in Berkeley Unified?
Our mentors are great. Personally speaking, she was on me throughout 4 years. She always checked in.
They are incredibly smart and resourceful and resilient.
It's like I met her 2 or 3 times, and like so far she's amazing. And listening to her experiences about what she's been through, like for undergrad and like for graduate school and like the road to law school.
She said she wanted someone who struggled like she did, someone from a similar background like she has, and someone for whom things weren't easy, and that was me.
I'm really excited to be able to have someone that I can like talk to, especially since my parents didn't go through the college experience.
Sometimes you just don't want that perfect person because they may not understand your struggles.
And it's not always about giving advice. Sometimes it's just about listening to what the scholar wants to talk about.
And it was just a great support. I think that she was one of the moral support people that I had when I was transferring.
Berkeley Community Fund makes it pretty simple. The student has done all of the work. And quite frankly, I think I benefit as much or more than the student.
To know that there's actually good people in this world like Michael is just very, I mean, to me it's like very breathtaking. Like, I can't believe he wants to help me this much, even after I graduated.
You know, in some ways, I'm not sure that a democratic society can really ultimately survive if there's not a belief that there's equal opportunity for everyone.
These students have high hopes for their futures. We have high hopes for their future, and all of the Berkeley community should have those high hopes.
With my ethnic studies major, I want to become a social worker. I can like help kids coming out of juvenile detentions get back on track to school, or just like help teenagers who have a troubled family.
And I was provided with all these resources that really helped me, and I personally want to do that. I want to be able to give back to my community.
That will be the embodiment of the Berkeley Community Fund, working together to support young people who will come back, grow, and bring to the community everything they've learned and everything they can teach others.
So I think that people who donate their time and their money to serve a greater purpose is always really cherished, especially by the students who need it, like myself.
You see yourself grow, and that's the really cool part about going to college. You get to see yourself grow in real time.
We all have this idea of what it's going to be like, what I'm going to do, what I'll be like, but you know, things change. It can be challenging.
I think that's why the Berkeley Community Fund is wonderful, because they support us financially and emotionally to battle and, you know, continue fighting through very difficult situations.
Well, isn't it great that now we can text? You know, I find that the students want to, you know, I would say pick up the phone and call, but now, you know, they prefer to text. We vow that we will keep in touch. You know, we can Skype.
It's kind of reassuring that the people who are going to care for us in our own age, our old age, are this accomplished.